Alright folks, what's up? I've got a Powercolor 6800XT Red Devil breakfast review video for you today. I'll be spitballing a little bit as I haven't really made a script or anything like that. Before we get into the review though, a few things to quickly cover. Firstly, I bet you're wondering what breakfast review is. Well, in short, much like these videos intend to be, the breakfast review series aim to be very short overview reviews and introductions to the hardware you can listen to at, surprise surprise, breakfast or on the way to work when nobody has a lot of time anyway. Detailed written reviews will always be in the description of these videos, which you can go and check out at winraid.com. Feel free to stop by and say hi to everybody over there. Second thing that needs covering real quick is me, I suppose. Some of you might simply know me as Dave, others might be more familiar, well, likely a lot more familiar with my alias, Ket. And many years I spent on the Extreme Systems forum, among other places. I've been around the tech arena longer than most, seriously about 21 years now, hobbyist years included, around 27 years. I work for Mushkin, I've worked, I should say, for Mushkin Memory, and have contacts at ASRock and Powercolor, perhaps soon Levin as well. They're a relatively unknown memory manufacturer to us Westerners, so go check them out. Needless to say, I'm well informed and travelled in this industry and have inside knowledge of it. My loyalty is always going to be to you, the people, and telling you honestly and objectively, without bias, if something is worth your hard-earned cash. There's absolutely no favourites here. This YouTube malarkey isn't my full-time job, not yet anyway, so content might be a bit sporadic to start, but I'll work something out. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get on with this breakfast review for the Powercolor 6800XT Red Devil. Starting with an overview, you can see that this card is a beast in a literal sense. It's not only powerful and fast as you would expect from a class of GPU like this, but it is absolutely massive in size. Even in a relatively roomy Phantom 530 case, I still had to remove some of the hard drive bays for it to fit. Connections on the card are what you would expect, also with 3 DisplayPort connections and single HDMI. No problems here, but it would have been nice for the rear I/O to be a little more versatile and flexible and offer 2 DisplayPorts and 2 HDMIs. A lot of people have asked about the shroud on this Red Devil, so I'll end the speculations now. It is made from metal, it's not plastic. The card is also remarkably heavy, owing to the sheer size of the heatsink, which makes it feel great to hold, and it absolutely uses quality. The Red Devil does, of course, have LED lighting for you to play with, and you can outright turn the LEDs off if that's not your thing through Powercolor's utility. Alright, so if we move on and take a look at a few side shots, we see that the card makes use of twin 8-pin connectors. There's nothing unusual here, meaning on raw specs alone the potential is there for the card to draw up to 375 watt. But even with the OC BIOS, the card is power limited to 320 watt. I don't like that at all from a custom board design. I should be here telling you it draws anywhere between 350 and 360 watt. Hopefully Powercolor can address this with updated firmware for the card in the not too distant future. If we look at the other side of the card, we see that the heatsink covers almost everything that generates heat of any kind, so that's always good to see. But those thermal pads for the memory do need to be bigger to cover those BGA packages properly, because that's just not thermally optimal, and for a card of this price, quite frankly, just not acceptable. Alright, so if we have a quick look at the cooler itself removed, we can see the exemplary quality of it. I've got no issues with this heatsink at all, although I would have liked to see that back plate being used to reduce the thermal load on the primary heatsink by the memory on the card having some thermal pads on the rear as well. Right, so there we have it. Here comes the end of the first People's Breakfast review. The Powercolor 6800XT Red Devil is extremely well made, aside from a few minor drawbacks and quite substantially lower power draw limit than I would have expected on a custom 6800XT, particularly from a Red Devil of all cards. Performance with a beast like this, even if you are a 4K gamer, will be great for a couple of years at least as well. Should you add this card to your shortlist? Absolutely, without question. Would I buy it myself? You bet, in a heartbeat. There's no question about that at all. For a detailed review, check the link in the description below. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, all of that jazz. And until next time, Ket out.